Hi, welcome to the studio. It's day 9 here of our Advent calendar adventure. I'm Amy from the Ross Farm, and we're coming to you from Hudson, Ohio, here in the studio. So today, we're going to start off like we always start off by talking about yesterday's fiber blend and yarn from our World of Wool Advent calendar. And yesterday was pretty special as far as I'm concerned. It is an absolutely gorgeous Gotland bamboo blend. The character is Nakatomi Plaza, which is from the greatest Christmas movie of all time, Die Hard. There's a lot of debate over whether Die Hard is actually a Christmas movie or not, and I just can't get into the whole action genre being something for Christmas. But it does take place on Christmas Eve, and, you know, there are a lot of good reasons why you could consider it a Christmas movie. But this fiber is amazing. The drape, the luster, the sheen, the subtle undertones of red and blue, which make me think of the police lights on top of the cruiser. Is that Reginald VelJohnson? Why do I know that? Pretty sure it's Reginald VelJohnson who plays the cop that's communicating with Bruce Willis in Nakatomi Plaza. So this is one of my very favorite so far this year. Like, Wonders of Wool is killing it. World of Wool, I'm sorry. They are absolutely killing it with this yarn and fiber this year. I'm very pleased. I feel it's absolutely worth every penny I paid for it, including the shipping from England. I can't wait to knit with this. I can't wait to spin it. Each day I say, oh my God, this is my favorite. Because every day it is. Each blend is as good as, if not better than the last. So I highly recommend this for next year. So today is yesterday is Gotland bamboo. And I just wanted to real quickly mention that Gotland is a new breed here in the US. It is a Swedish breed of sheep. They are medium size and they have long, lustrous ringlets. They're very soft. They're very drapey. It's one of my favorite new wools that I've been working with. I was introduced to Gotland a couple of years ago, but I didn't really work with it a whole lot until September of this year when I made a new friend at the Highland Games outside of Pittsburgh, and she brought over a bag of fiber and said, this is Gotland. I washed it myself. Can you spin this? And so I just sat and spun it all day on my Shacked Reeves, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. I combed it from washed locks and spun it up. So I'm really excited to spin the Gotland bamboo that I got yesterday and see if that compares in any way. So that was very, very exciting. And I can't say that about the Missouri Star Quilt Company package from yesterday. It is the Hexie cell phone clutch with the hardware, the interfacing, the tiny hexies, all of the things to make the cell phone clutch with the charm pack from the day before. I carry a big purse. I have no use for this. There is no scenario where I am going to slip my cell phone into this tiny thing, which is kind of heavy, and sling it around my neck. So this was kind of a miss for me. I'm usually a huge fan of everything that's in the box, but the cell phone clutch, it's really vibing 70s for me, and I'm just not digging it. I'd love to say something nice about it. I probably should. I like the fabric collection. I could probably make something far more interesting with it. This is a miss. So, shall we open today's presents? That's what we're here for, right? Super exciting. Day 9. Day 9, yes. Okay, let's see what the book says about day 9, shall we? Story time. Okay, not really sure I can pronounce this, but we're going to give it a shot. Day 9 is Necked Ruprecht. Those who know German folklore, that would not be me, may be familiar with Necked Ruprecht as a companion of St. Nicholas. I know that guy. Though he is depicted rather differently. While St. Nicholas appears in a more grandiose dress, Necked Ruprecht is often described as wearing brown or drab shades without much adornment, although he may occasionally have some bells, as would be befitting of the attire of a servant, and sometimes walking with a limp. If children are good, then they are rewarded with sweets from him. But if they are bad, they are beaten with the bag of ash which he carries, or given coal. Okay, he's a child beater. That's interesting. The base is alpaca, blueface luster, and Polwarth. These have been selected for their handle and their bounce. We then added a bit of merino to help lift the shade, along with some tussa silk, because why not, and flax. Flax? Flax was chosen because Necked Ruprecht has been described in some writings as wearing a flax wig. Okay, this is getting weird. Finally, to add a bit of sparkle, we used glitzy moss, another muted tone of merino, with a light sparkle to it as a reminder that not all nice things are brightly colored. Okay, so the blend for the fiber is 30% merino, 20% alpaca, 15% blueface luster, 15% Polwarth, 8% trilobal nylon, plastic, 6% flax, plants, 6% tussa silk, worm byproduct. Interesting. This should be a weird and unusually exciting spin. Let's see what it looks like. So I'm kind of expecting it to be brown because they talked a lot about him wearing brown clothing. And they usually try to match the clothing of the character, right? So let's see what the blend looks like. Surprisingly not uggo. So this is the merino, alpaca, blueface luster, Polwarth, trilobal nylon, flax, and tussa silk blend. It reminds me of when we go for tacos and you start checking boxes and you just keep checking boxes, and when the taco comes, it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. This has like all sorts of things in it. It's practically animal, vegetable, and mineral. It's very interesting though. It kind of reads gray, but with like an olive tone to it. But there are streaks of gold and rose and sparkle and kind of something you can probably guess is flax. It kind of looks like it's got VM in it, but in a very deliberate way. So it's very interesting. This is going to be something I'm really going to ponder the spin on that one. Because I'm not sure how that's going to... I feel like that's going to want to go very, very, very fine. Let's see what's in here, shall we? Day number 9. Yes. Okay. Wonder if the yarn is going to be the same blend. Oh, well, sort of is, yep. Okay, this yarn is made of Baked Alaska, which is alpaca, blueface luster, and Polwarth, B27, which is merino, tussa silk, and flax, and glitzy moss, which is a merino and rainbow trilobal nylon. To make this yarn, we took our favorite brown blends and combined them to make something subtle and understated, but a little bit special. This is a bouncy yarn with hints of green and rainbow, which will create an understated but next to skin soft fabric. There is also a little more glitter and shine in this one than you would expect. And again, this is day 9, Necked Ruprecht. And it is 30% merino, 20% alpaca, 15% blueface Leicester, 15% Polworth, 8% trilobal nylon, 6% flax, 6% tussa silk. And it is all kinds of interesting. It's exactly what the fiber is, only it's spun up. And it's really, really cool. I'm not going to lie, it's really cool. It is kind of brownish gray, but it definitely reads green and has those pops of red and blue and gold and rainbow and a little bit of what looks like it's probably the flax. It's very interesting, and it's very squishy, and it's softer than you think it's going to be. And because it has all of the things in it, it's probably going to be something that is next to skin worthy. So that is day 9 for the fiber calendar and the yarn calendar. And they are both very interesting blends and something that I will really enjoy working with. Shall we move on to Jenny's Countdown to Christmas Box 2024 and see what's in here? Okay, it's right on top. Oh, there's a lot of things. Ooh. Oh, this is exciting. This is something I've actually really been, two of something I've really been wanting. So these are, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to tell what they are, but these are stars, paper stars that go together, and they have twinkle lights that go inside them, and you can hang them up in your home, on your porch, wherever. But we were just talking about these. I have fuzz in my mouth. We were just talking about these. The lights are actually battery powered, so this will be something that will be fun to have probably on our front porch. And one of them is a very traditional snowflake type star, and the other one has all of the little sewing and Missouri Star kind of motifs to it. I see a Missouri Star, I see scissors, I see spools, bolts of fabric, and Chuck the Duck. So these are going to be really interesting. I will put these together, and hopefully for tomorrow, maybe I can figure out a way to hang them here in the studio so that we can enjoy them together. But that's really exciting. I thought I had picked something like this up at IKEA not long ago, well, a couple of years ago, and put it in my Christmas stash, but I have not found it yet. So I'm very glad that these were in here. So the two of them, that kind of makes up for yesterday being kind of a miss for me. So I'm really excited about that. Now, let's talk about today's featured product. It's kind of my new favorite. I am still choking on fuzz. I am not a huge fan of llama and alpaca. I never have been. I'm a sheep girl. I'm a wool girl. I love my sheep. I love my wool. I was never a big fan of camelids. This yarn is actually what changed my mind, and I hope you'll love it as much as I do. So this yarn came to us when we brought Solitude Wool's inventory on board after their retirement. This is called Llama Rama, and it is 50% llama and 50% Romney, which is a kind of sheep that we do raise. And all of our Romneys are kind of moret and chocolate. And this is all dyed in the wool before it's spun, which means that each of the fleeces is dyed one of these colors before it is spun into yarn. And as we talked about before with our other dyed-in-the-wool products, I like that the best because it is such an even dye process, and you get such an even skein and an even color from skein to skein in your garment. You don't have to change skeins. You don't have to alternate. It's all exactly the same. So I'm just absolutely obsessed with this, and it is so soft and so squishy, and it wants to be, it just wants to be something luscious and next to skin. I just love it so much. So this is available on our website, therossfarm.com, and we have multiple shades of that particular yarn as well. So I hope that you'll go and check it out on the website, therossfarm.com, and I hope you'll come back and join me tomorrow for day 10, because this is so much fun. I'm really enjoying opening these packages with you and sharing with you all of the wonderful things that World of Wool and Missouri Star Quilt Company have come up with this year, while sharing a little bit of our stuff with you too. So I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you stay warm.